Introduction to Advanced Azure Synapse Ingestion from Kafka. Azure Synapse is a cloud-based analytics service that allows users to integrate and analyze data from various sources including Apache Kafka, a popular open-source messaging system. In this guide we will explore the advanced steps to ingest data from Kafka into Azure Synapse. Step 1. Understanding Kafka and Azure Synapse integration. To integrate Kafka with Azure Synapse, you need to understand the basics of both systems. Kafka is a distributed streaming platform that publishes and subscribes to data streams, while Azure Synapse is a cloud-based analytics service that allows users to integrate and analyze data. Step 2. Setting up Kafka and Azure Synapse environment. To set up Kafka and Azure Synapse environment, you need to create a Kafka cluster and an Azure Synapse workspace. You can use Azure Kafka or Confluent Kafka for your Kafka cluster and Azure Portal to create an Azure Synapse workspace. Step 3. Configuring Kafka connector. To ingest data from Kafka into Azure Synapse, you need to configure a Kafka connector. The Kafka connector is a plugin that allows you to integrate Kafka with Azure Synapse. You can use the Kafka connector for Azure Synapse to configure the connection between Kafka and Azure Synapse. Step 4. Creating a Kafka topic. To ingest data from Kafka into Azure Synapse, you need to create a Kafka topic. A Kafka topic is a stream of related data that is published by a Kafka producer and subscribed to by a Kafka consumer. You can create a Kafka topic using the Kafka topic command line tool or using the Confluent Control Center. Step 5. Ingesting data from Kafka into Azure Synapse. To ingest data from Kafka into Azure Synapse, you need to use the copy activity in Azure Synapse. The copy activity allows you to copy data from various sources including Kafka into Azure Synapse. You can configure the copy activity to read data from a Kafka topic and write it to a Azure Synapse table. Step 6. Monitoring and optimizing Kafka ingestion. To monitor and optimize Kafka ingestion, you need to use the Azure Synapse monitoring and optimization tools. The monitoring tools allow you to monitor the performance of the Kafka connector and the copy activity, while the optimization tools allow you to optimize the performance of the Kafka connector and the copy activity. Best practices for Azure Synapse ingestion from Kafka. To get the best out of Azure Synapse ingestion from Kafka, follow these best practices. Use the right Kafka connector for Azure Synapse. Configure the Kafka connector correctly. Monitor and optimize the Kafka connector and the copy activity. And use the right data type and schema for the data being ingested. By following these best practices, you can ensure that your Azure Synapse ingestion from Kafka is efficient, reliable, and scalable.